A bunch of celebrities and Depp supporters have been unliking Depp's victory post over the weekend, and there may be a few reasons why. After winning his defamation case against Amber Heard by a long shot, Johnny took to Instagram to celebrate and write a victory post. Over the last month and a bit, this victory post had accumulated more than 19 million likes. And among those likes were many celebrities, including Robert Downey Jr., Jennifer Aniston, Elle Fanning, Bella Hadid, Orlando Bloom, Sophie Turner, Joey King, Melissa Joan Hart, Vanessa Hudgens, Liv Tyler, and Jennifer Coolidge, all who have now unliked the post. Lucy Hale and Emma Roberts are among the few celebs that haven't unliked the post just yet, but we won't be surprised if they do. The discovery of the unlikes has come after the unsealing of pre-trial documents that the judge ruled not relevant to the case, and therefore they were not presented in court. In case you don't know what I'm referring to, Johnny Depp went up against Amber Heard in a very long trial to prove that the Washington Post op-ed that Amber wrote about being a public figure for victims of domestic violence, and clearly referring to her relationship with Johnny back in 2016, was defamatory and the reason that he lost potential job offers and franchise deals. Johnny won this case by a long shot, with Amber owing him 10+ million in damages, and even though Johnny had to pay Amber $2 million, that was because the court found that Johnny's lawyer defamed Amber in an interview, not because of anything Johnny himself actually did. Amber alleged that there were documents that could have helped her case that were sealed, but have now been revealed to the public. The documents that were concealed until recently included potentially damaging anecdotes about Depp and Heard, and it did not help either of their cases. Even though Amber on a number of occasions in court alluded to a bunch of evidence that would prove her case, no one has been focusing on the fact that she potentially lied again about the mountain of concealed evidence. And everyone has been focusing on what Johnny was trying to push through to help his case. Is this due to the media pushing people to focus on Johnny? Possibly. The documents that are now concerning people are nude photos of Amber and footage from Amber Heard's sister Whitney's reality show, which consists of a scene where Whitney is repeatedly asked about getting into a physical fight with her sister, and then it is shown that she has marks on her chest and arm from an altercation. Apparently, the concealed documents included more about Whitney and Amber's past relationships, and then there is some information about Amber's past as an exotic dancer before she met Depp, and there was some suggestion to her being an escort. The Popcorn Planet YouTube channel discussed the evidence around this in detail last week and spoke about her being an alleged madame to lots of people in Hollywood. If this were true and a lot of people were tied up in a potential escort business that Amber led, then perhaps that would make sense as to why so many celebs are now receding their engagement on Johnny's post. After the Harvey Weinstein debacle, nobody wants to get caught up in another potential dark Hollywood scandal. Why are celebs unliking his post? Here's a few possible reasons. Fear of choosing the wrong side. We all saw the trial, the mountain of evidence that Johnny had, and the number of lies that Amber was caught in. But yes, Hollywood is usually filled with celebs that are scared of choosing the wrong side. Nobody wants to be wrong, and fair enough, I wouldn't want that either. Reason number 2. We don't trust the law anymore. Yeah, many new pre-trial documents have been released, but they were kept out of the trial for a reason. If there were any pictures that proved Amber being severely hurt by Johnny that would align with some of her stories, then they would have been included in the trial. Not to mention, would they not be circulating the internet now? But perhaps their inherent distrust in the law could be coming from the fact that we now live in a world where it's hard to know who to trust, as there has been so much misinformation and trickery afoot. Do we blame them if they are not sure if they could trust that this trial wasn't corrupt and leaning in favor of Johnny, whom, as he's been marketed as the powerful man. Even though, wouldn't a powerful person have the mainstream media on their side? But don't get me started. Reason number 3, maybe they don't want to be associated with this battle anymore. Fair enough, I could see that being possible as this case seems to be never ending. But considering that a large amount of celebrities are unliking the post on a mass scale, and knowing how different everyone is in regards to thought, it feels unlikely that suddenly everyone has decided to abandon ship altogether. Reason number 4, maybe they were told to unlike the post by their management team. Everyone knows that Hollywood is in cahoots with the mainstream media, and so the top agencies most likely have associations with the Washington press, whom most people question because of their decision to back Heard in the first place. It wouldn't be unheard of to imagine a bunch of agencies telling their clients to disassociate themselves from Johnny because higher powers told them to do so. The Washington Post did push Amber's article, and it's a bad look for them that they potentially posted an article about a false victim, especially with a large majority of the public associating the idea of fake news when perceiving the mainstream media. It was a risky move, but also, why did they push an article without doing their due diligence and making sure that Heard was absolutely someone who was a victim before agreeing to her article? Whatever happened to journalist ethics? Is it perhaps because they wanted to push a narrative whether their stories are true or not? That would perhaps give them reason for backing her now. If Amber is not working as an actress, which we know she's not at the moment, who is paying her bills? How is she able to appeal? So many questions. Reason number 5. Did all of these celebs unlike Johnny's post due to a potential Hollywood scandal that might be on the verge of becoming public knowledge and nobody wants to be associated with it? Perhaps because they are a part of it? Or perhaps because a bigger power such as a media outlet or executive producers might be a part of it and they control the money in Hollywood and therefore whether an actor can ever work again. Gosh, it sounds a lot like the kind of pull Harvey Weinstein had over a lot of people in Hollywood. Surely that couldn't still be happening. Gosh, I could speculate on this all day, but I would love to know your thoughts as to why these celebs have all collectively decided to opt out of engaging in this trial. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Melissa Melotti, your host. Follow me on Insta and YouTube at Melissa Melotti, and I will see you next time on Information Overload. Have a good day, sir.